Joining us in the studio is House District 52 candidate Jennifer Woofter, the Democrat. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Listen, Governor Youngkin has floated the idea of a 15-week abortion ban. Is that something you'd support or not, and why?
It is not something I would support. I think the current restrictions that Virginia has, safe and legal abortion through the second trimester, and then restrictions in the third trimester, I think that is a common sense approach. I would oppose any efforts to further restrict our rights to abortion.
Well, you know, they've got a huge ad campaign going now, the Republicans, and they're pushing that 15-week ban, saying now that there should be exceptions, rape, incest, and the life of the mother. That's still,
and I think what we have is Republicans on record saying they would actually like to go to a complete abortion ban. My opponent has signed a pledge saying he supports the idea of that life begins at conception and no abortion. Governor Youngkin has said, put any abortion bill on my desk, I will sign it. It seems clear to me that the 15-week is an attempt to make it look reasonable, but we can see where this is going. Virginia is the last southern state not to have severely restricted or outright banned abortion. If you go in the southwest direction, you will hit New Mexico before you find another state with unrestrictive situations like we have here in Virginia.
Would you be, fetal viability is considered to be around 23, 24 weeks of pregnancy. Should that be taken into account?
You know, I think at the end of the day, most people would agree that government and politicians should not be interfering in really important personal decisions. And I think, I'm not a doctor, and I don't think a person like me or my opponent or another person elected to the General Counsel is in a position to say 23 weeks or 23 and a half or 24. It really feels like these are such important decisions that should be made by individuals experiencing that pregnancy in consultation with their doctor.
More than half of all abortions in the U.S. are medication abortions. If a bill came before you in the House that would limit access to abortion pills or ban them in Virginia, how would you vote and why?
I would vote against them. I oppose further efforts to restrict abortion here in Virginia.
All efforts?
Yeah.
Okay. Transgender children in education. The state administration adopted a model policy on this through Governor Youngkin. Virginia will require trans and non-binary students to out themselves to their parents, to obtain permission to be called by their name and pronouns, and to use the correct bathroom. Is this something that we should be doing in our schools?
No. Why would we take steps to create an atmosphere that is intimidating, that promotes harassment of some of our most vulnerable kids? I have been really proud to be part of the Lynchburg City Schools Equity Task Force that is looking at ways to make sure that our kids are safe and have a welcoming environment. I am a parent of 3 teenagers. I believe that parents have an important role to play. Part of my experience, though, as a foster parent is knowing that not every home is safe for the children who live there. And I think we need to be really careful before we potentially put kids in harm's way by forcing them and forcing teachers to share information about those students with parents.
We don't have a lot of time left, but what do you say to those parents who have fears about someone going into the bathroom with their child who might be transgender?
Yeah. I think as parents, we have a million fears for our kids. Will they be successful in life? Will they be kind? Will they have a good job? And I think that part of this is talking to your kids about tough subjects. We can't, as parents, as much as we would want, can't put them in a bubble forever. And part of being a good parent is preparing your kids for how to navigate the world. And I want my kids to be successful, but more than anything, I want them to be kind. I want them to be interested in making the world a better place, not looking for ways to create divisions.
I only have about 30 seconds. 2 new Amazon facilities are expected to be headed to Virginia Beach and are expected to eventually employ more than 1,000 people. With the economy the way that it is, what's your plan to grow more jobs locally?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of research about why Lynchburg is slower growing than some of our other cities in the Commonwealth. And I think there's a couple of things. Number one, we need to have more pad-ready sites for more manufacturing, and we need to be investing in more professional services recruitment. That is an area with high-paying jobs that we have a lot of opportunity here.
All right, Jennifer Woofter, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the ABC 13 YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos and live coverage and local stories, click to subscribe and download our ABC 13 News app.